the week 2 or part 2 of the Environment for Financial Accounting and Reporting part 2. Accounting standards are authoritative statement. Accounting standards are authoritative statement of how particular types of transactions and other events should be reflected in financial statements. And exposure drafts and final standards can be issued only when 9 out of the 14 IASC members have voted in favor of the release, or International Accounting Standard Committee, IASC, prepares International Financial Reporting Standards, or IFRS, in accordance with due process. For the Financial Reporting Conceptual Framework, the conceptual framework or concept statements is a body of interrelated objectives, and fundamentals. Those concepts provide guidance in selecting transaction events and circumstances to be accounted for. And for the purpose of the conceptual framework is to assess the International Accounting Standards Committee or board to develop IFRS standards that are based on consistent concept. Assess prepares to develop consistent accounting policies when no standard applies to particular transactions or other event, or when a standard allows a choice of accounting policy. And also assess all parties to understand and interpret the standards. While for major challenges in financial reporting environment, the non-financial measurements, forward-looking information, soft assets, timeliness, and understandability. Also, the ethics of accounting environment. Ethics are moral guidelines that distinguish right from wrong. So we are also aligned with those ethics. So like also one way is the business ethics tells what is right and wrong in a business situation, while professional ethics tells that same thing regarding a profession. Like for example, class, you have to meet your client. You are an accountant or you are an auditor, you have to meet your client. In dapat class, we have to know and we have to practice the said ethics or business ethics. Hindi naman pwede na umattend ka ng or mag-meet ka sa clients na naka-shorts ka, at the same time naka-t-shirts ka, then kumbaga rugged yung style mo kasi sabi mo na ito yung style eh. But then the problem is if you're attending a meeting or a formal meeting with the client, sino ba yung maniniwala sa iyo na you are an accountant or you are an auditor if that client is a big client, especially if you your client is example si Manny Pangilinan. So sa tingin nyo, maniniwala ba si Manny Pangilinan if you are wearing like that style, or sasabihin mo, eto yung style sir eh. So yes, of course, that a certain person will smile siguro, mag-okay lang, pero kumbaga yung confident level or yung trust, or not to say something na trust, or yung ano siguro ng may-ari na yon is sasabihin na lang, sige, I will call you, I'll check first your proposal, but then he will find something na parang formal talaga with those kinds, because along the way we will also discuss with those papers or those process that we have to prepare before you are going to any transactions or any auditing or accounting transactions that you maybe encounter on the big companies also as well. So siguro ganun, or either way, sisigaw ka, sir, nandito na ako. Parang you have to practice also the etiquette, which if you are going to a business meetings or conferences, you have to wear formal attire, like naka-coat ka, then may necktie ka if you are a guy wearing necktie with the coat or long sleeves. For a girl, you are in slacks or in dress and high heel or closed shoes. For a guy, ganun din, closed shoes din. Hindi pwede na naka-necktie ka nga, naka-long sleeve ka nga, pero yung yung ano mo, yung sa shoes mo is ano, parang naka-tsinelas ka or parang ano ba yun, Crocs, something. So, yung sa babae, naka-sandals. Unless kung ang sandals mo is kumbaga compatible also with your dress that you are wearing. So, it's a formal also attire. So, these are some of examples that on meetings with regards on the business ethics that we have also. And the formal greetings always, that's good morning sir, good morning ma'am, you have to address it. Not only na you are kumbaga kampante ka lang, nakikilala mo siya, but you have to greet always ma'am and sir, or good morning, good afternoon, good. In the business class, we are always saying, even if it's afternoon or it's evening, it's good morning, because good morning starts for everyday transaction. And ethical dilemma, by definition, is a situation in which there's no obvious right or wrong decision, but rather a right or a right answer. Also, for the Code of Ethics for Philippine CPAs, a profession is distinguished by certain characteristics, including mastery of a particular intellectual skills acquired by training and education. Also, adherence by its members to a common code of values and conduct established by its administrating body, including maintaining in outlook which is essential objective or acceptance of a duty to society as a whole. Some portions of Code of Ethics as follows are the independence and objectivity, integrity, confidentiality, and professional competence, and also professional behavior. For the auditing, the checking of accounts and the reporting on them is known as auditing. Business have their accounts audited as a legal requirements. Auditors are usually trained accountants who specialize in checking accounts rather preparing them. Also, types of auditors. External auditors come in from outside the organization to examine accounting and financial records and provide an independent opinion on these records. Internal auditors works for the organization as internal employees to examine records and help improve internal processes such as operations, internal control, risk management, and governance. For the role of an external auditor, the audit provides an external and objective check on the way in which the financial statements have been prepared and presented. The statutory rule of the external auditors is to issue audit report of this opinion on financial statements. And this ends of